from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, June 3rd, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A fatal accident occurred between an Italian tour bus and two tractor trailers early this morning. The collision left 3 people dead and 13 others injured. It happened on Interstate 380 North in the Poconos. The Academy bus left New York City for Niagara Falls around 7:30 this morning. One of the tractor trailers appeared to have crashed through the bus. 8 people were taken to the Pocono Medical Center with moderate injuries. 2 were reported in fair condition at Geisinger Community Medical Center in Scranton. 1 individual was transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital Cedar Crest for treatment. Reports confirm that one of the deceased victims was the driver of the bus. An Ashland man faces third-degree murder charges for beating death of an infant. Authorities said that 29-year-old Joseph Brennan was watching his girlfriend's 13-month-old baby girl in December. When they questioned him about the infant's injuries, he originally told police that another 5-year-old child beat the baby with a plastic toy. He later changed his story, stating that the child fell off a countertop. An autopsy determined the baby's death was a homicide. He was arrested on Friday and charged with third-degree murder along with other counts, which include manslaughter and assault. He is currently locked up in the Schuylkill County Prison. A Wilkes-Barre man was taken into custody yesterday for his involvement in a 2014 attempted murder. Wilkes-Barre City Police and State Police at Wyoming arrested Jerome Moore around 3 p.m. at a home on North Washington Street. Moore and 2 other suspects allegedly beat and cut a woman's throat on October 5th of 2014. She was then left in a wooded area in Bear Creek Township. She managed to get help and was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Medical Center in Plains Township for treatment. The 2 other suspects, 25-year-old Nigel Taylor and 21-year-old Chloe Isaacs, are still wanted by police. Anyone with information on their whereabouts is asked to call Pennsylvania State Police at 570-697-2000. 2 Hazleton people were arrested while police were conducting an investigation for wanted people in the 600 block of East Broad Street. According to police, 29-year-old Justine Houseknecht and 31-year-old David Benwitz were taken into custody for outstanding warrants. Houseknecht was found in possession of drugs and drug paraphernalia. Police say both were taken to the Luzerne County Prison. A Wilkes-Barre man will spend the next 2 to 6 years behind bars at a state prison for aggravated assault. 28-year-old Angus Garrison admitted to stabbing Renard Harris several times in the chest back in September. The victim told police that he was sitting inside his vehicle on Walnut Street when Garrison walked by and reached inside his vehicle and stabbed him. Harris was found unresponsive by police in a vehicle which crashed into a levee wall on Riverside Drive while fleeing the scene. Harris told police it was Garrison who stabbed him. Garrison, who was sentenced today, was also ordered by Luzerne County Judge David Lupus to pay over $1,100 in restitution. The Hazleton Elementary Middle School will soon be receiving some renovations. M&J Excavation of Bloomsburg was awarded an $83,000 contract from the school district to make repairs to the former Hazleton High School building. Construction will begin at the end of the school year. Catch basins will be upgraded and repairs will be made to sections of the sidewalk around the building. The district plans to use its latest bond issue to pay for the project. Work is expected to take a few months. The former Hazleton High School was renovated as part of a 2003 expansion project. Former Hazleton Mayor John Quigley has been officially named Secretary of the Department of Environmental Protection. The confirmation comes after the Republican-controlled Senate Committee on Environmental Resources and Energy forwarded the nomination without any recommendation on Tuesday. Normally, the committee recommends the person to be nominated, but the committee sent the nominations to the Senate floor without any recommendation. The panel's ranking Democrat State Senator Johnny Dichak said he is disappointed the committee did not give Quigley a formal recommendation and predicts the full Senate will confirm him. Today, the Senate voted and confirmed Quigley along with the Secretary of Education, Pedro Rivera. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, some possible rain showers are in our forecast, but what can we expect weather-wise for the rest of our work week?
Well, we at least got a little bit of a break from the rain today. Here's a look at the radar and sat over the past 6 hours. Precipitation down toward the south, out through Minneapolis and Missouri, but nothing for our area. Just some clouds across our region. Nothing to show you. Live 35 SkyCast Doppler. We continue to remain dry, but we do have some more showers in our forecast, which I'll explain a little bit later on when we're going to get them. And temperature-wise right now, generally holding in the 60s to near 70 degrees. We'll talk about those showers and what we can expect this weekend coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on a big event at the Greater Hazleton Rails to Trails. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk will be back with a full look at our forecast. Stay tuned. That and much more is headed your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbaczyk, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
A winning smile. It's not the secret to success, but it sure helps. Protect your smile by visiting Dr. Weiss for complete dental services. Dr. Weiss offers a full-service denture laboratory on premises, offering dentures in one day. 3 dentists, 4 hygienists, and a team of caring technicians and assistants specializing in quality dentures and repairs, complete general dentistry, extractions, cleaning, and caps. Dr. Weiss, where you can have new dentures in one day.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Spring is here and summer is on the way. Stop by Smith Floral Company for all your garden needs. Vegetable plants, bedding plants, hanging baskets, perennials, herbs, and more. Ask about their beautiful cemetery logs and tributes. Smith Floral Company is under new ownership with the same friendly staff to help you. Delivery worldwide. Saturday, June 13th is the 12th annual National Trails Day Hike and Bike at the Hazleton Rails to Trails. Our Gary Perna has a preview of the event.
The 12th annual Greater Hazleton Area Civic Partnership's Rails to Trails National Trail Day Hike and Bike will be held next Saturday, June 13th from 11 till 2.
It's the only free event that I know that gives out quality food to everybody. It's completely free, and you not only get fed, but you also get a chance to hike and bike the Greater Hazleton Rails to Trails.
Bob Skolsky is the executive director of the partnership and told us that it's a great event for the entire family to get out and have some fun.
We are having the Carbon County Environmental Center up here with critters that you could find on the Greater Hazleton Rails to Trails. I don't think they're going to bring a bear, but you could also find a bear up here. But no, smaller critters, and they're going to have a program tell the young people about the animals that are going to be on the trail. And there's just a host of other things to do. On top of the free picnic, we have an environmental walk. We're giving away sapling trees, 20 of them, to the first 20 people that sign up for the environmental walk. Of course, you could hike and bike on your own as far as you want. If you've never been on a trail, it gives you a chance to get acquainted with the trail.
DCNR, the Pennsylvania Department of Health, along with the Delaware and Lehigh National Heritage, will be at the event with tons of information for those hiking and biking.
Highlight of the event is the Archaeology Society is going to be here with Indian relics that have been found along the Susquehanna River, and that's always very popular. They're doing the excavating and digging up the old villages, etc. And you get a chance to see a lot of that, and they have a lot of good shows.
At 11 a.m. there will be an opening ceremony with local government officials to speak, and a tree and bench dedication will be held. There will also be a free picnic-style lunch from noon until 2. Parking for the hikers and bikers will be at Degenhart Health Center, which is just down the road from the entrance to Rails to Trails on East Broad Street. Again, the 12th annual National Trails Day Hike and Bike is Saturday, June 13th from 11 till 2. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, our Gary Perna has an update on Pennsylvania's budget that is due at the end of the month. Eric DeBaradinas is in with a look at highlights from some high school baseball and softball state playoffs. Stay tuned. More's headed your way only on WYLN.
It always feels good to pull my own part. Saves a lot of money, too.
I've never actually pulled it before, but I think it's time.
It's environmentally conscious, and it can be a lot of fun.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer who's up for an adventure, then come out to Harry's You Pull It. Pull your own quality recycled auto parts for up to 90% off the cost of buying new. Savings like that'll keep more money in the bank, which could lead to even greater fun. Harry's You Pull It. WeGotUsed.com.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
WYLN Weather is sponsored by Coordinated Health. Coordinated Health. We make you better together.
I grew up in Pittston. I know what it takes to live in a small town. I know a lot of these people, and they know me.
And that's why I believe everyone should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. And why I'm pleased to tell you about a new choice, Coordinated Health. I want the very best for my family, friends, and neighbors, and I know Coordinated Health
will bring a new level of patient care to the Wyoming Valley.
Well, here's a nice look outside of our TV station. Behind me, you can see some of the nice plants that continue to grow. Those geraniums definitely looking much nicer across not just our backyard, but all of our viewing area, because we've been getting some much needed rain. It's been very dry around here lately, so the last couple of days that we did get the rain, that, of course, is some welcome news, because we definitely need the rain across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. We were dealing with those drought watches, still in effect, but at least we got a chance to see some much needed rain, and we still have a chance of some showers in our forecast. Bet you thought you wouldn't see me, am I correct? Well, you were wrong. All right, let's get on to the graphic, and we'll show you nothing showing up on radar. Well, we got pretty much mostly clear skies, a few of those high, thin cirrus clouds out there, but other than that, no precipitation falling, so at least we got a chance to dry things out locally. 70 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our television station in Hazleton. Pressure coming in at 30.16 inches of mercury. 74 now, Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport. 66 in Mount Pocono, 70 in Williamsport, 67 in Selinsgrove, 67 in State College. A little bit cooler in Johnstown, where temperatures are only in the 50s. Hanging out in the 70s in the Wyoming Valley area from Nanticoke through Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman. Really, wind's not much of a factor, generally coming in under 5 miles per hour. Satellite and radar, some precip out toward the west, some down toward the south and east, but for our area, again, just a couple of those high, thin clouds. And we're going to be in pretty good shape as we head through the rest of this evening. Then watch what happens as we go into tomorrow. Again, some more showers will start to overspread our area. A lot of the time it will be rain-free. In between the showers, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. And again, as we go even into the daytime hours of our Friday, still cannot rule out the possibility of some more showers in our forecast. Tonight, dropping down into the 50s, maybe some upper 40s out there. Tomorrow we got 60. Some areas will be near 70 degrees. And then going into our Friday early in the morning, you'll see temperatures generally hanging out in the 50s. So still some more unsettled weather as we end this week. But then as we go into the weekend, things looking much nicer, because it's Looks at this point in time like it will be dry Saturday and Sunday. May was very nice indeed, with temperatures well above where they should have been for this time of year. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Still some more showers. It looks a lot more ominous on the graphic for Thursday and Friday than what it will be, but keep in mind, if you're outside, you may have to dodge a couple of showers here and there, and so keep the umbrella handy. 60s to near 70 degrees. The weekend looking good. Lower 70s with a mix of clouds and sunshine. A few more showers early next week, and then it starts to warm up a little bit, with temperatures getting in the mid to upper 70s. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazleton.
Just in time for summer, Cloud9 Personal Training and Fitness in Drums is expanding. Big time. More space, more equipment, many personal trainers and fitness coaches. Plus, boot camp, youth strength and conditioning, yoga. And coming soon, CrossFit. Call now to learn more. 570-690-0859. Get off the couch and on Cloud9.
Will Pennsylvania have a balanced budget passed on time? The countdown is on. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on the budget battle.
The State House Republicans voted down Governor Tom Wolf's proposed shifting plan Monday unanimously.
And I'm sorry, we'll have that coming up for you in just a bit. But coming up next, Eric DeBardinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Michael. He's a runner, a prison guard, a dad, a husband, and he's in wonderful shape thanks to great chiropractic care. His story, it's all about balance, and it's this week. Join us.
Little irritates me more than when our elderly, the greatest generation, is mistreated. But sadly, elderly abuse and scams against the elderly are issues rampant in our area. This week, I'm joined by the Luzerne County District Attorney and Pat Rushton from the Elder Abuse Task Force of Luzerne and Wyoming counties to discuss some of the ways our elderly are being mistreated criminally and what can be done to prevent that. So stay tuned to The Storm all this week on WYLN TV 35.
Finally, some sunshine. So, state playoffs able to get underway after 2 days of postponements. The early game, Holy Redeemer facing Wellsboro, the District 4 winner. Second inning, sophomore Kristen Coffey is on the circle for the Royals, and she gets the K, stranding a Hornets runner. To the third, Coffey lays down the perfect bunt, advancing her teammates and beating out the throw. So, bases loaded. An odd sequence here. Randy Kuhar with a half bunt stays fair. Wellsboro comes home for the first out, then to first for the double play. But keep an eye at the plate. Olivia Menning heads up softball, and she scores from second. We move to the bottom of the frame. A dropped ball allows Alyssa Youngworth to slide into third safely. That sets up the slapper down the line. Wellsboro knots things up at 1. But Redeemer would go on to win on a walk-off 2 RBI double from Kristen Coffey as the Royals advance to the state quarters. 3-2 is the final. We'll have highlights from Hazleton and Nanticoke softball and Valley West baseball on Late Edition Sports. Last night, it was Holy Redeemer boys volleyball competing in the semifinal stage of the PIAA playoffs against a familiar foe. Northeastern knocked off the Royals the past 2 seasons before capturing state titles, and the Bobcats proved to be too much again for the District 2 champs. Holy Redeemer falls in straight sets, but still quite the run for a senior group that won district titles each year that they were in the program.
I definitely think that playing volleyball when I was a freshman was the best decision I've made in high school. Not only if we had tremendous success, 4 district titles, 3 conference titles, 3 trips to the state semifinals. I've made a ton of great friends. They're going to be my friends for the rest of my life. And, great coaching staff. I couldn't thank them enough for everything that they do. They put in a ton of work, and I just can't thank everyone in the program enough for allowing myself and my fellow seniors to have such a fun and successful 4 years.
It was a great 4 years. The best part is the team I'm with. Coaching staff, all the players, they're just, real close to me.
And some daytime baseball in Moosic. Rail Riders with a rubber match versus Pawtucket. Bottom 4, Mason Williams, the slow trickler up the middle, 2 runs score, and Scranton Wilkes-Barre puts up a 3 spot in the inning. Brian Mitchell tosses 6 scoreless, and the Rail Riders improve to 28-26 on the season with a 5-1 victory over the Paw Sox. Tonight, the Iron Pigs with a doubleheader versus Rochester, and in Tampa, the puck drops for the Stanley Cup Finals Game 1 as the Lightning and Blackhawks battle. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational, speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional air times, only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Will Pennsylvania have a balanced budget passed on time? Well, the countdown is on. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on the budget battle.
The State House Republicans voted down Governor Tom Wolf's proposed shifting plan Monday unanimously. That shifting plan is part of his budget. The Democrats in the House calling it a stunt, saying that the Republicans are not willing to work with the governor and the Democrats in the House. Majority Leader David Reed said the vote gives the Wolf administration what they've been asking for, a vote on the entire tax plan in the budget, rather than breaking it down piece by piece and voting on it individually.
Let me just be clear, what the Republicans did just a few minutes ago was a stunt. It was the thing, I think, that makes Pennsylvanians really upset with what goes on here in Harrisburg. This is the kind of gamesmanship We were not sent here to play. We were sent here to actually have a substantive conversation. And a substantive conversation includes a conversation on the structural budget deficit. What are we going to do about that? Not games, not stunts, but a real conversation.
Governor Wolf's plan includes billions of dollars in tax shifting to reduce property taxes and increase state spending. The plan calls for taxing the natural gas industry and raising cigarette and cigar taxes. Last week, State Representative Jerry Knowles joined me on Topic A to talk about the budget and give us his thoughts on the plan.
Any money that he would generate in new revenue would go into new spending. I mean, you talk about increases. He wants to give more money to basic ed, more money to higher ed, more money to human services, corrections, aging, agriculture, health, DCNR, DEP, DCED, with very few exceptions. He wants to give more money to everybody, and it's just, you just can't spend what you don't have.
This is a holistic bill in that I actually, all the pieces tied together. That's one thing, but I also said, if you have a better idea, I'm all ears. Let's have a conversation. That's all I'm asking for here. There are pieces here that you take one out, you've got to replace it. I mean, that's clear, and that takes a real conversation. That's all I want.
The budget is due by law on June 30th, but many in Harrisburg do not believe the budget will be passed on time.
I really don't know, but I can tell you that the House of Representatives, particularly the Republican caucus, we think it's very important that we have an on-time budget. An on-time balanced budget which controls spending.
The House, along with the Senate and the administration, will be hammering out this budget all month long. Reporting for WILN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk will have one final look at our forecast coming up next. Stay tuned.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WILN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WILN TV 35. See the Major League Stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WILN TV 35. Visit WILNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WILN, your home for live sports.
They got nothing to show you statewide throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. It is dry. That's the good news, because we need to dry out a little bit, because we've had a decent amount of rain over the last couple of days, from some rain showers and some thunderstorms. Now we dry things out temporarily, and yet another chance of maybe some more showers going into tomorrow, even going into our Friday. But then at this point in time, it looks like the weekend should shape up to be pretty nice. Right now, I'm looking at it to be dry. Something we can all look forward to. Temperature-wise, actually not bad, and when you walk outside and you see these 60s and 70s, it actually feels comfortable, because literally there's no humidity in the air whatsoever. It feels very pleasant walking outside. 74 now, Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport. It is 66 in Mount Pocono, 69 in both Allentown and Philly, 70 in Williamsport, 67 in Selinsgrove, 63 in State College. A little bit cooler, a tad bit cooler, only in the upper 50s in Johnstown, 70 degrees in Pittsburgh. So again, another chance of some showers in our forecast, especially going into tomorrow, even as we go into our Friday. The chance exists for some showers. Keep in mind, it's not going to be a complete washout. I think we'll see some intervals of sun mixed with some clouds, but you may have to dodge a couple of showers. So if you're doing anything outdoors tomorrow and Friday, keep the umbrella handy, because you will need it from time to time. And then it paves the way for a very nice looking weekend for Saturday and Sunday. Things start to dry out pretty nicely. Here's the extended forecast on what we can expect as we start going into this upcoming weekend. It will be dry at this point in time. Temperatures generally in the 70s, and we'll start to warm things up even more as we progress through next week. We'll get up into the upper 70s. Again, those overnight lows, pretty comfortable.
All right, sounds good. I guess we do need some of that rain, though, as you always say.
Yeah, drought watches, so that'll help ease problems.
Yeah, and it was pretty humid over the past few days, so.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what we can expect this year. Well, this area anyway.
All right, thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. We'll keep an eye on that rain, of course. All right. Have a good night, everyone.